word I use repeatedly, and it's not meant to offend. It is what I believe poetry and spoken word is about, is rewriting narratives and owning them for yourself. So that's what this piece is about. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love, scratch that. P-A-K-I, Paki. Yeah, that's right. I'm South Asian, I am Pakistani. More specifically, my great-grandmother was from Yaki Daraza in Lahore, and my dad was actually born in Nairobi, but his ancestry is Kashmiri. But never mind the intricacies or specifics, just easier to label us all as Paki. I speak with a South London accent. I graduated from LSE with a law degree, but I also speak fluent Urdu and Punjabi. I never learned to make perfectly round rotis, but I do make a delicious tadka dal. You know, that yellow, creamy, nourishing dish. I believe you know it as lentils. Before Jamie Oliver told you otherwise. Go back to where you came from, Paki. You don't belong here. Go back to Paki land where you all wear towels on your head and you speak funny. P-A-K-I, yes, I am that Pakistani Lahori Kashmiri goody from the land of 24 karat gold. Doublers and sitars. From the land of 1,000 colours, rich language and spices of music and song and poetry and deep history. From the morning azan to the breathtaking architecture of the moors, from the minarets that stand tall in the sky, from the land of the crescent moon and the star, from the bustling streets of Anarkali Bazaar to the mountains and lakes of Peshawar. Don't you think that our motherland pulls us with every beat of our heart? Where our lineage dictates that we were landowners, farmers, artisans, healers, alchemists, inventors, philosophers, writers, leaders of clans and villages. And I am from the land of the cinnamon spice that you order in your £3.25 char latte. Of honey mangoes, pomegranates and imbli, but hey, I guess it's all just tamarind for you. Go back to where you came from, Paki. Oh, you mean back to the land where my grandparents were born. The same beautiful land that you raped and pillaged and lived on like kings and queens in the time of the Raj and the exploitative British Empire. Go back home, Paki. You're just immigrants taking all our jobs. You're not from here. You're not English. But wait a minute. Check the lineage of your very own royal family and you will struggle to find English in it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were born here and have a British passport, you are by law and definition British, but the brown in our melanin means even technicalities won't save you because your face does not fit. Only time and time again, it's proved that immigrants seem to get all your jobs done. Especially the ones that you don't want to. And you have the audacity to call our lands third world countries, when it's our civilizations that gave you the divine knowledge, resources, infrastructure, recipes, medicine and ways of life that made it possible for your tiny island of famine and potatoes to become one of the leading economies of the world. Ever check the labels of the clothes on your back? How many times have you seen made in Bangladesh? The next time you put that kettle on to make a cuppa, you know, every time you have a minor life crisis and you say, come on, let's have a cup of tea, it will make it all better. Remember where your precious tea comes from. And the hands that picked the tea leaves from the sun-baked fields, and no, it wasn't PG, it wasn't Tetley, it wasn't Typhoon. So, you add your milk and sugar now into what tastes like dishwater because you don't even know how to brew the tea properly. So you keep your afternoon tea and scones. I would rather have a proper cup of chai with the sweetness of cardamom and the heady blend of cinnamon, ginger, star anise and cloves. Oh, what a whitewashed history they portray. To put it in simpler words, they made sure they took every last resource and asset before they ripped the line in the land and called it partition. Wow. But how many bodies were taken just to line their pockets? Okay, that's enough about tea for now, let's move on. To the nights of 2 a.m. where you drunkenly stumble into the late night chicken shop after drinking your body weight in alcohol, it's my brown brothers who stay working late to satisfy your need for tasty food. You're not telling us to go home then, are you? And then you casually say, "Oh, boss man, give me fries with that and no onions, yeah?" Only, you don't say boss man in an endearing way because the irony of what you say and how you say it is loaded with the vernacular of give me what I want and do what I say. Like brown people were put on this earth to be subservient and serve. Serve the white privilege, like no matter how much we do and how much we achieve, we would always be the jaiwalas, the butlers, the dry cleaners, the corner shop owners. But see, I'm here to tell you, you've got it all wrong. Your entitlement means that you steal everything as your own idea when the truth is you don't have a fucking clue. Kama Sutra? Ours. Kundalini yoga? Ours. Periodic fasting to detoxify the body? Ours. Finest silks, ours, and caring for elderly family members and keeping them at home and not putting them in retirement homes. Yes, that's us happy. We're funny like that. We value our elders and respect them. They say it takes a village and most of you don't even know your neighbour. See, like henna has been a tradition and ritual in our culture going back hundreds of years, but it only became trendy when Madonna put it in one of her music videos. Men wearing sarongs was okay when endorsed by David Beckham, but dhootis were frowned upon as primitive, and drinking golden milk became all the rage when you discovered turmeric as a superfood. I mean, that's so last century. Try and keep up with us. P, A, K, I, saffron smugglers, rogue traders, £1 fish sellers. P is for packing. P is not just for pakoras, parathas and poppadoms. P is for phenomenal, peaceful, poised, perfection, patience, personible, precipitation, pornography, painting, photography, photosynthesis, party pop music, Pythagoras rule. I'm just saying words that begin with P. My point is, Paki doesn't belong in the dictionary, and it doesn't belong in your mouth. When you go to your local Ruby Murray, you never recognise the flawless rubies of diversity. You don't even know the difference between Lahori, Punjabi, Hindustani, Hyderabadi or Mirpuri. It's just all curry, right? So you go to order your Rogan Josh or Vindaloo because you like a spicy curry over some of that naan bread and biryani, and Steve's a veggie, so we'll have the savolu or the aloo gobi. Please learn to elongate your A's. It's Sag aloo. Just like it's Pakistan, not Pakistan. And don't tell me that Paki is just an abbreviation. It's a racial slur that rolls off your tongue just as easily as terrorist. Paki. I own the P and the A and the K and the I. Yes, I'm that Paki with the vinyl collection of old school hip hop. I'm that Paki who carries the legacy of ancestry and history. Yes, I'm that Paki that harbours my grandmother's sacrifice and wisdom. I'm that Paki with a big vocabulary. I'm that Paki that stands proud and upright with a story to tell. Yes, I'm that Paki that you can't silence because I'm not afraid to use my voice. I'm that Paki who will flip your script and change the negative labels and narratives. Yes, I'm that Paki with mad rhythm and I can wind my ways with the best. Yes, I'm that Paki who is articulate, intelligent and assertive. I'm the Paki who has read the Bible, the Torah, the Guru Granth Sahib and the Quran because we are all elegant. Yes, I'm that Paki with short hair that doesn't care. Short hair. Yes, I'm that Paki on a mission. I am the colonialist's worst nightmare. But guess what? I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams.